What's up, fellow lords of gaming? Welcome back to the channel. So today what I want to do is I'm going to take my good old Thanos wins, or I'm calling him Old King Thanos, into some world boss content. I just unlocked Black Swan and I want to try him out in here. So Black Swan requires you to have tier 4 characters. Can't get around that. You absolutely have to have tier 4 characters. I've got just enough characters to play her 5 times a day. You can see here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 15 T4 characters basically gets me my 5 playthroughs per day, because that's not going to include, you know, setting an ally team and stuff like that. Like realistically, I don't think I have the characters to set ally teams inside of here. So let's go with that. We're going to go with Madeline. Yeah, we'll do this. Now, don't forget that when you play her, essentially, I'm going to go increase all physical attack on this mother sucker just to play through. When you play her, she is also a speed type character. So a lot different than some of your other characters. So you're going to basically have the advantage of any combat class characters that are in the game are going to be highly usable with her, against her. So you might not want a universal character just because, you know, they don't have the typing for it. So let's jump in here. Let's see what we got. Library of Worlds. And Zerb. I'm dying for my man Reed Richards to come back to the game with a new uniform, make him a good guy. Be good. I love her name, Yabat Monteru, Black Swan. I think this should be good content that they've added. I like world boss stages. The only thing I really wish they do is just add a more world boss attempts. Her design looks absolutely amazing. It's just so sleek and simple that it looks cool. So let's take a look. This is my first time in here. So, all right, so we got to break down her shield basically in here. Do some damage to this mother sucker. And if you notice, when you're not dealing damage to her, that shield basically doesn't go down. Like you see it, like it's rising up right now. And the moment that I stop doing damage to her, it basically doesn't break. And then when it does, I can do my damage, because she's stunned basically during this time period. And then you're basically playing with that till you break her into her next stages. Back up. So she's gonna make you hop basically. And then we're just gonna try to stun her down again, because we're doing more damage to her. Thanos is so good for this just because he tanks so well. Like, I love it. Woohoo! Get up, Thanos! So now she's going to go into this next really weird stage. Ah, shit. I meant to go into this corner. She's going to do it again. I'm just going to see if I can't tank her fucking shit. Oh, damn it. She got me. Get that one up. Woohoo! Thank you, Thanos, for being a tank. Tank daddy. You see what I'm saying about him just being an absolute tank? Especially that one skill. Like, you just get his heal up and he's gonna be good. Look at that. My boy is tanking. I can't remember what this attack is, but there we go. We just run around from this one. Oh shit, I fucked that up. Oh, can I survive it? I'm just gonna stay in. I'm gonna stay in. I'm gonna stay in. Shit. Oh, fuck that up. But my boy Thanos still tanking shit. Like, this is the crazy part about him that I love. I think is the part that's going to make him really viable to a lot of people who want to play him, is the fact that, like, you can basically play him and recover a whole lot. Was that the best playthrough? No, but it was my first time experiencing the boss playing through, and it's always weird for me playing through with those type mechanics on screen and having to deal with my really wide screen when I'm recording videos for here. But you can see essentially this is two things for here. You can see what the stages are. She has some really interesting mechanics basically through the stage. I'll use Thanos to retry it, and I'll just let some of the things affect so that way you can see them and we'll talk them through. But it's also a good thing because you can see Thanos is going to help you inside those stages, especially to mitigate some of those damage. Those heavy hit damages, because he can tank so goddamn well. So nice. I'm really fearful about using a character like Black Panther in here because he does not take hits at all, which means that it's going to be really less forgiving. But let's take a look at some of the mechanics right away so that way you can notice. Number one, we have to pay attention to the mechanic up here. The more damage you're dealing, the hits that you're basically getting out on her is basically what's going to allow this bar to go up. So you're going to constantly want to stay inside of that, doing damage to her. Over here, I love the fact that Thanos has that one skill that like basically teleports to the character, because it helps you like close the gap on some things, because he's also an iframe. So while she's there, you basically are allowed to basically eat up damage on her at that point. And you can see Thanos is doing some really good damage here. Now she's going to switch to this stage right here where essentially you just want to come down, because she's going to carpet bomb the area, and it wants you to basically step inside these circles. It's going to be one explosion, second explosion, and then third explosion, and then you back on that ass, right? Really simple transition phase that she basically has there. Now you're basically doing more damage to her right here to basically get that bar up, because you know she's kind of low and you're kind of low, and I'm staying in her face. I'm on that ass. And there we go. Now I can put in that work. Oh, she switched to the next stage. I hate when they do that. So now this next stage is really, like this is the stage where you want to, she's going to summon these things, and you want to basically make sure that you're like out the way for them, because it's going to cause you an issue basically, like, and it, oh shit, come on. There we go. So now I have this bit of space to work with, and then I can basically do my attacks on her inside this space. Now, if you're playing a character like Black Panther or something like that, where, he's not necessarily tanking that, you're going to want to be careful, because she's basically going to limit the space that you have to work in. And that's going to be the problem, because then she's going to be summoning some purple attacks and things like that. And that's going to be where things kind of get screwy. So this attack, these stages aren't really that difficult, because you can just run to the edge of the map and they don't affect you. But you can see those basically move in counterclockwise circles, and then you have the same thing basically happening here. And then she's going to come up with another attack right here where it's like, we saw this with like Kang, and you're basically trying to move to the protected area. I haven't figured out the quite yet. She has another attack inside of here that's still the same thing as the circles kind of moving around. And you can see it here, like, so it's like Pac-Man. It's like when you did Kang and he transferred to the stage that is on. Cable, I think it is. Yeah, that cable's on. And he basically does the damage inside here. And then outside of that, it's just all cake and gravy from there. Like it's not that difficult. I thought it was going to be a more difficult stage than what it was. It really isn't. So it's not a bad stage. It's a good mechanic. I think the interesting part is going to be to see how it's affected as you're working through the levels, and you're basically in seeing if there's any new change dynamics inside of there. So essentially, it's a good go. I didn't rush to get to her, so that way I do want to unlock this character. I'm really excited about her. I like the way she looks. Like I said, she reminds me a lot of Grail. Let me show you a picture of that Grail. She reminds me a lot of Grail from DC Comics. So if you've read any DC Comics lately, and you know who Darkseid is, he has a daughter, and her name is Grail, and she just reminds me a lot of Grail. Like, and if you're familiar with DC history and Marvel history and Thanos and Darkseid, there's always been that comparison there. So basically getting the daughter of Darkseid, and now I feel like I'm getting the daughter of Thanos, is kind of cool basically. And it gives me a little bit of hope too, because you basically still have Thanos' son Thane that we could probably see as an update in the mid-month. I'm really hoping that that's the case and that happens. but we'll see. So my next journey, basically outside of this world boss stage with the update, is to unlock Black Swan here, and I'll probably be able to do that tomorrow. There is a really interesting thing that happened today with today's world boss stages that makes me a little bit fearful about trying to get Black Swan. I essentially tried to rotate through my today's world bosses so that way I could get King the Conqueror, and like I re-rolled it 10 times and I didn't get King at all, which makes me really fearful about, you know, the today's world boss and how that is basically rolling for the odds, because it shouldn't be that difficult with only 7 characters inside of there. And I think most people are going to be wanting to re-roll to Black Swan on a day-to-day basis, because at this point she's handing out the better rewards. You know, you're going to want to play her more times than you want to play any of these other characters. And like I said, you can see from there, it really isn't that bad of a mechanic in terms of stages. You just got to be paying attention. And like I said, run a combat class character and they'll get a big bonus over, you know, over her anyways. Dying to unlock the character though. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hit that like, hit that subscribe button, and comment in the comment section below. Let me know, are you excited? Did you unlock Black Swan yet? Have you found the stages relatively easy? And did you like the changes to Gore and Infinity Ultron? Some serious nerfs. Until then, peace.